Okay, just a few things while I'm here. I'll put this on the bed. This is something I designed with magnets, and this actually is insulated, and that's designed to cover the space with the airhead fan. This airhead fan here, this one has a cover, so that's how that one gets covered. Then you just lift that up and put it back. The front one does not have that, and I noticed that all the hot air was escaping out, so I designed this to magnetic and to stick up, and it stays on. It very rarely comes down, to be totally honest with you. It's only if you drive over a lot of bumps, maybe it will, but generally speaking, it's always staying in place. So I'll leave that there, I'll show you that after. This is the chain set underneath here for the wheels. I've never used it in snow. With these new tyres, I doubt you ever will need them unless you're in really deep snow and ice or solid ice. But this might as well come with the vehicle. So I'll just put them out of the way. This is a stand for the Dell screen that I've got inside there. I'm going to be selling that with the vehicle, so that's the stand that it can be used with. That's the other levelling ramp, just kept in here. You've got, this is a charging cable. There's another one that I use mostly. This is a good hookup one, about 15 meters of length, 10, 15. And that just hooks up to the side of your campsite. Got a little bit of extra carpet there, just some offcuts. Quite useful if you've got to patch anything or do anything with it. All the pockets there at the side can be used for anything you want. You can see here we've got the battery set up underneath. I'll do another video and a version where I move the bed out. And these bed slats underneath, you can remove them quite easy with the drill. And you can get access to vertically work on the batteries. Generally, you don't need to do that at all. And to be honest, you know, there's a couple of fuses, little gauges and things. You might need to check them occasionally. You can check each battery. If you want to check the voltage on each one. I do that every 2 or 3 months myself, just to make sure they're all reading correctly and all charging correctly. There's 4 batteries all wired together, still at 12 volts. The thermostat you can see there, you can adjust from when you lift the mattress up, and that's regulated to have warm water at the shower there, just above. You can see the blue pipe and the red pipe going up into it. If you did want to adjust the thermostat for the shower, just lift the mattress here. And then if we put one more light on, this is it here, the thermostat. So you can easily set it here. It's currently set. I think I have it between. I can't remember where the actual mark is. It's on the side somewhere. But where you can see here 3 or 4, it's about right. So how it's set, you just turn that dial where you'd like it. I'll leave it where I have it, and that's the thermostat. So you've got cold and hot water coming in there for the shower. There's the actual marker I was looking for. So I've got it currently set to number 2. And if you put it to number 3, this would make the water in the shower a lot hotter. To be honest with you, 2 was plenty for what we were using. The hot water system, you can just get a glance of it here actually. That's a 10-litre tank there under the back. Yeah. You've got an airhead system here. This is for the toilet. On this side, and currently it's off at the moment, the fan, but I'll turn it on and you just flick the switch here. There's a very small whirring noise you'll hear. You hardly even hear it. You can't hear it when you're inside the vehicle at all, to be honest. I'm just conscious of it now. Generally I have that on when the toilet's in use, and I've actually put some of this coconut wire inside of it. And I'll show you that in a second. So I'll leave it off for now, the fan, so it's not using any power. Generally doesn't use any power at all. The solar will easily keep that running all the time. You can see the solar panel at the back there, the grey one. It's got a little flashing light at the moment. It's saying that basically it's getting some solar sunlight. It's not the brightest of days today, but it's still getting some through. On the top of the roof there, we've got I was supposed to get 285 watt panels, and the good news is it took so long to arrive that they uprated the model, and the actual model that was sent is 305 watts, and there was 2 of them. So there's actually a 610 watt solar system that comes in and is charging the leisure batteries there. The other thing at the back there is the inverter charger, which is doing all the 240 volts. There's some switches at the side here. I will go over those, but the one at the top is a solar isolator, and the one below it is to isolate the incoming supply when you do a hookup, when you hook up the batteries. Behind all the batteries as well, there is buzz bars, and we've also got some 12 volt shutoffs which are under the seat, so everything can be turned off and it can be made safe if necessary. To get access to everything, you can just crawl in here and you can actually go where the batteries are, and you can do most of the things you need to do. What I'm going to show you though is how you can easily remove these slats. This is good if you need to do any more work, you want to get there, but honestly I very rarely need to remove these. It was more for when I was building it. You can just crawl in here and easily access the switches and things you need to do there. So there's no real need to do this, but I'll just show you. What I'm going to do is you can take the mattress out, or in this case just move it up. Okay, so once you've moved the mattress up or out, there's screws in the top here of all the slats. What I'll do is just undo them. So it's all right. It's just to. So with the slats, you can just move them. There's different screws. There's just 2 screws all the way along. So just undo them either side. Once that's undone, you can completely remove the slats and you've got access now to everything you need to. If you need to take the table out, then this is how I would do it. I would actually remove these bed slats, and then you can actually get access to the bolts and the runners under the table, and you could remove that. Maybe you want to change it, do something with it. The batteries are secured there and strapped down with a large strap. And what I'll show you now is you've got the inverter here. You don't need to use the plug at the top there. It's a European one, but again, you don't need to do that. This is for stats from the machine. Again, never had to do that. It's more for Whisper Power technicians if they needed to look into it. You can see all the cabling is pretty neat and neatly ran. These fuses that you can see sticking out the top here, they are for the battery monitor. So they're needed. You can see what's behind the batteries because I can show you that on pictures. I'm not going to remove the batteries now at the moment. Again, there, just down here, you've got the access to the fan on. Little red line comes up at the side there, off. So that's this fan for the toilet. Here you've got the isolator for the 240 volts. That would be isolating it completely. So there's no electric coming in now. Turn that back on. That's the mains power again, in. That's this switch here. And then this is the solar isolator. So you just open that up. Currently, I leave it on all the time. You only need to really turn this off if you were working on the solar, maybe changing something out. So I'll just leave that on. It does have a light in the garage here, and you just press it with a touch of the finger there. Really easy. So when you're under here, when I have some more light, just press that. Of course, when you finish, just turn it off.